Hello, everybody, and welcome to an Avatar draft here on the channel. Huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free access to this streamer event so I could get this recorded for you early. If you want more of a draft guide style video, I do have a draft guide made where I go through top commons, archetype overviews, combat tricks to be aware of, things like that. We're going to cover as much as we can here as well, though. Our rare, one of our rares, is Tai Li Chi Blocker. So 3 mana, 2/1, flash prowess. When it enters, you can tap a creature and it doesn't untap as long as you control Tai Li. Pretty strong. There is also Firebending Student. So 2 mana, 1/2 prowess, and then it has Firebending X, where X is its power. So Firebending when you add that mana to your mana pool when it attacks. So good with instants and activated abilities. I think Tai Li is the better of these two, so we will hover it for now. There is also in the commons Forecasting Fortune Teller, which I like. So it's a 1/3 and it makes a clue, which is particularly relevant for the waterbending mechanic because you can tap your creatures and artifacts to help you pay for your waterbending activations, and this makes an artifact and a creature. Other than that, there is the Ember Island Production, which seems quite good. So you make a copy of a creature you control, and it's a 4/4, and a copy of a creature an opponent controls, except it's a 2/2. So that's really good as well, potentially. It's a little bit more expensive than Tai Chi, but I think it's definitely a card that is potentially worth taking there. It does require a little bit of setup, but you get 2 bodies for 1 card and all of that stuff. So definitely a card that we could have considered. And I did kind of consider it. So in this pack, when you have a blue card, you often want to look at the best blue card in the pack. And here we're a little bit easier because I guess there's 2 blue cards. There's Abandoned Attachment. So 2 mana, you can discard a card. If you do, you draw 2. Not a card we want to second pick, though it is a card we could play. But Serpent of the Past is pretty cool because it costs 7, but it costs 1 less for each non-creature, non-land in your graveyard. And if you have 3 or more lessons in your graveyard, you can cast it with Flash, which is pretty excellent. So we're going to probably take that here. There are a lot of lessons in this set. So like this is a lesson, this is a lesson, this isn't a lesson, but this one's a lesson. So like lots of the instants and sorcerers are lessons. And I know I briefly went over those cards, but that's just something to keep in mind. The other card that I like in this pack is Allies at Last. So it's a green removal spell that works better if you have ally creatures. But because I already started with a Tai Li, then I'm going to take the Serpent of the Past. Ooh, so now in this pack, it is a little bit unfortunate for our blue deck because the only mono blue card is Giant Koi, which isn't terrible. You can play Giant Koi. 6 mana, 5/7, and then it has island cycling, and then it's pretty easy to give this unblockable. By the time you have 6 mana, if you want to spend 3 mana, even with waterbending to make it a little easier to use, you can often give this unblockable, which is pretty reasonable. But we're not taking that here. Here, I'm very tempted to take Heartless Act. 2 mana, just kill spell. Kill a creature with no counters, or you can remove 3 counters from target creature. So that's tempting. There is also Katara the Fearless. So if a triggered ability of an ally would trigger, it triggers an additional time. So there are plenty of triggered abilities from allies, but it is 3 colors. And then like Kyoshi Warriors is really nice. So it's a 3/3 that comes with a 1/1 buddy. I think we're just going to take Heartless Act, cheap removal, efficient, but we will keep in mind that we saw a white card, we saw a banned card, and then there's some other reasonable stuff in that pack. So here, we could move towards a blue-black deck here. Corrupt Court Official is a totally solid card. It's a 1/1, and then bring out the Wheel of Punishment. But when it enters, they discard a card, so that's pretty reasonable. But we'd rather take a blue card because we have Tai Li and we have Serpent of the Past. So taking a blue card would make a lot of sense for us here. So taking something like Forecasting Fortune Teller is a really strong pick for us here because it just gives us an extra blue card, helps us get deeper into a color where 2 of our best cards are located, and then we can be flexible around that. There is also Toph the Blind Bandit. So 3 mana for a star 3. It has Earthbend 2, so you put 2 counters onto one of your lands, and then Toph's power is equal to the number of counters on land. So it's like a 2/3 plus a 2/2 buddy almost, which is pretty good. But I think I'd rather just get a nice blue 2-drop, and keep in mind that we're seeing a little bit of black, a pretty solid green card, reasonable red card there as well. But by sticking close to blue, we just give ourselves a lot of flexibility. Now, there is a shrine in this pack, so Crescent Island Temple. It enters, you get, for each shrine you control, so this would include itself, you create a 1/1 monk with prowess. So if you do this by itself, it's obviously not good. If you have another shrine in play and get 2 1/1s, that's okay. And when another shrine enters, you get a 1/1. So if you're trying to build a multicolored shrine deck, then you could use this card. I don't think that's really where we're at. I think that's more of a green type deck that you would use that in. Here's Momo Friendly Flyer, so it can make your flyers cost less, and when other flyers enter, it gets +1/+1. I don't love that because you're not going to have that many flyers. I would honestly rather take the Glider Kids as a 3-mana 2/3 flyer with Scry 1 attached. So I think I will just take Glider Kids for a potential blue-white deck. I think Momo is more of a trap than anything because you don't really need a 1/1 flyer for one, and it gets buffed up very rarely. I think you don't have that many flyers. But we're kind of got inroads into white, inroads into black. Here we're just going to easily take Knowledge Seeker. It's a 2/1 Vigilance, and when you draw your second card each turn, you put a counter on this creature. So when it dies, you get a clue token as well. So really nice synergy piece there. There's another pretty good green card here, True Ancestry. So you get a permanent from your graveyard to your hand and create a clue token. So nice little 2-for-1 value there. And there's also Ostrich Horse, which I really like. So you get a 3/1, and you get a land into your hand. So if there wasn't a good blue card in this pack, I would probably take True Ancestry. It's a lesson to go with our Serpent of the Past. That's pretty good synergy. But Knowledge Seeker is a really good blue card. We're getting deeper into blue. But we are seeing a lot of green, and so blue-green as a potential color combination is on my mind. And accordingly, I think I'm going to take Meditation Pools here. So normally, you wouldn't necessarily want to take a blue-green tap land when you're not even necessarily playing green yet. But this could definitely be a card that I'm interested in. There is Platypus Bear as a blue-green card. I mean, it's a hybrid, so I could play this in a mono-blue deck. If there's a lesson in my graveyard, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender, so pretty solid stat line. We want lessons, we want Self-Mill to go with our Serpent, so we can cast that for cheaper. But I think Meditation Pools is going to be perfect for my potential blue-green lessons deck. And I think I can make this work. Green has seemed reasonably open, even though there's not really a green card in this pack. Okay, now we see June Bounty Hunter. I think this card's the best card by a pretty wide margin. So it can't be blocked if you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, and you sacrifice another creature to get a clue token, and you can have that only during your turn. So we have Fortune Teller, which we don't mind sacrificing. We might pick up some black cards we don't mind sacrificing. Blue-black, we already have a Heartless Act, and we don't see a green card in this pack. We don't really care about Earth Rumble or Wrestlers. It's just like a kind of like a 4-mana 4/4 most of the time if you have some land creatures. Compassionate Healer is another option if we wanted to go more towards white, but June is enough better that I think it's worth taking there. And then we wield Ember Island Production. I'm surprised by that. I thought this card was one of the better cards in that pack. Copying one of your creatures is pretty good. You get like a 4/4, and then I guess, oh, it's not choose both. Oh, that's my bad. My B on that one. I guess this is still early in the set. So making a copy of your own thing that's a 4/4 is not the greatest if it doesn't if it's not going to be able to let you choose both. But that's still a card I'll take and maybe consider. And now we'll take Merchant of Many Hats, get a 2-drop, because if you look at my curve, I do have a couple, but I don't have a crazy number. A 3, I guess, is pretty good. But this card plays really well with June in the late game. So if I play blue-black, June Bounty Hunter can sacrifice it to make a clue token. It just gives me a nice little engine piece. I might play 1 Ozai's Cruelty in this deck to be synergistic with the Serpent of the Past, but not a huge priority. And now I could take Misty Palms Oasis as a way to potentially splash white in a blue-black deck, or I could just take Azula Always Lies, which I'm going to do. I think this is a card I'm happy playing 1 copy of. And overall, I think my deck has a lot of good card quality for blue and black. Combat Trick here, or stun a bunch of things. I'm much more interested in the Octopus form here. Fire Nation Raider is the best card in this pack, I think, but I don't think red was very open. And I do get Crescent Island Temple back. I guess I'll take it if I'm getting it for free. And then last pick, red card. Interesting. So, moving on to pack 2. We're probably not playing red. We're probably not playing white. We're probably just playing blue-black. The green did not end up materializing that heavily. But we've got some pretty good blue and black cards, and we do see a Mechanist Aerial Artisan. So when you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. We have a good number of non-creatures, 4 right now. And then you can make your artifact tokens into 3/1 flyers temporarily. So pretty reasonable 3-drop here. There is also Waterbending Scroll. So if you have a bunch of islands, this can be a nice card advantage engine. And then there's also Deadly Precision. So rewards me for having cards that I don't mind sacrificing. Not really as many of those in blue-black, but still you can maybe sack your clues if you need the discount, or just cast this for 5. And then Merchant of Many Hats, also a card that we wouldn't mind playing. The Snowballers can be a nice little way to help you stabilize your board, but we're just going to take the Mechanist. Puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to kind of kill it instantly. Wow, this is a really good pack for us. So this one, when it enters, and at the beginning you have to keep, we lose a life and create a clue. When we attack, we can put a counters on creatures where X is the number of permanents we've sacked this turn, and then if X is 3 or greater, it gives it lifelink. So if you sack a bunch of clues, you can maybe give something lifelink. So that's pretty good. Boomerang Basics is also good. You can bounce a permanent, and if you controlled it, you draw a card. Not as good because you often want to bounce your opponent's stuff, but if you bounce your own thing, we don't have crazy enters or battlefield effect, but can be useful. And then the only other card really worth considering here, because this is such a stacked pack, is Epic Downfall, 2 mana, great removal spell. But I think we will just take the Obsessive Pursuit and then lean into this, maybe making a bunch of clues, having stuff that works well with the clues. It plays super well with the Mechanist. Where is he? Here. Because that gives us even more clues. So I'm pretty happy seeing this rare, and getting past it is a good sign. Epic Downfall would also be great, but we have a little bit of removal already, and we'll hope to get some more. Okay, interesting. So in this pack, the first card that I see is Judy, one of many. So you can use this card to kind of start making an army of Judys by like sacrificing your artifact. So if we have a bunch of clues, we can kind of make a little 1-card army here. Also just another bit of sacrifice synergy. But I don't think it's necessarily as good as just getting Pretending Poxbearers, which is a 2/1 that dies into a 1/1. So that's pretty good for sacrifice as well. Because it's a hybrid white-black, but we can just play it as a black 2-drop. So that's the card. This is the card I'm more considering. What's my curve look like? I have plenty of 2-drops. I don't think I really want the Judy that much. This card's a pretty reasonable 3-drop. Growing 2/2 Death Toucher. Okay. Another interesting pack here. We're getting lots of good options. So Deadly Precision keeps getting better and better for us because we get more and more stuff to sacrifice. Then Grand, when it becomes tapped, you can loot, and then non-creature spells cost less. So this is good if you have a lot of water bending, but not a card I'm really prioritizing right now. And then the other two that come to mind are the Forecasting Fortune Teller, perfect 2-drop, gives us stuff to sacrifice, so we're going to hover that. And then we'll consider taking Cat Gator as a top-end card. Cat Gator in particular is really strong with Ember Island production. I think we might be able to wield the Cat Gator. I don't think a lot of players really care about that card. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. We might have red cards we want to splash in this deck. So Boiling Rock Prison could help with that. There's also Ruinous Waterbending, so it gives all creatures -2/-2, and if we waterbend it, we can maybe gain some life. We have a lot of creatures that are like, I guess not a lot. We have a couple that are bigger than 2 toughness. Yeah, we have like 3, but yeah, not that many. Okay. We might take this, the Pirate Peddlers. I don't think I'm ever going to miss Pirate Peddlers, though, so I think I might just take the land. You can play these as like half on-color lands just to give you late-game mana sinks as well, which is pretty cool. Wow, another Obsessive Pursuit. I don't mind taking another Obsessive Pursuit. It seems good to me. So this is one of those ones where once I play with it, I might know better. But if I'm playing any mid-range deck, it's good. And if I build my deck with enough sacrifice outlets, now that I have 2 of these, I can just put tons of sac outlets into my deck. And I can give my things lifelink to offset the life loss. So seems really good. Zhao is also pretty solid. Just gives you the firebending 2. When we sack a permanent, it grows. I would definitely play Zhao in this deck. And speak of Zhao, and he shall return. Yeah, so like when we sack our clues, he gets better, and he can be a good thing to put the lifelink on. This is another thing we could sack, but I don't really care about Blasting Jelly. And then like Iguana Parrot as a 2/2 flying, Vigilance Prowess is okay. Giant Koi, I wouldn't mind it, but okay. Wolfbat, when you draw your second card, you can return it. That seems okay. It's between that. I don't think I want a second Ember Island production. Though copying a Fortune Teller seems okay with it. I already have the one. Let's just take that or Waterbending Scroll. But I'm not that mono blue, so I think we'll just take the Wolfbat. And now we're just taking Deadly Precisions. But Deadly Precisions are going to be excellent in our deck. We have plenty of card advantage, so we don't need the Waterbending Scroll. Because we already have 2 Obsessive Pursuits to give us tons of card advantage. And we just need Deadly Precisions to help us turn our random clues into removal. This is a card that I actually wanted to consider splashing, Jet's Brainwashing. Because it's super good. It plays well with a lot of the sacrifice cards. And I already have 1 piece of fixing for it. Between that and the monkeys. But I don't think I need that. The Iguana Parrot's not a huge priority. I already have a few 3-drops anyway. Let's just take the Jet's Brainwashing, because if it does work out, it'll be pretty good for me. And now we'll take Flexible Waterbender. So 4 mana, 2/5 Vigilance isn't great, but the fact that it can turn into a 5/2 is okay. And waterbending is really good with all of the clue tokens that we'll have lying around. And we'll take Boomy's Bash. It's a kill spell that we could potentially splash. Yeah, I don't think we want that. Let's just take the Peddlers. Could be a growing threat. So going into pack 3, we have a really good deck, I think, coming together. What we want now is, I think, more like Deadly Precisions, more removal spells in general. We have Heartless Act, Deadly Precision, and we could definitely use some more. June is really good. But we might care more about Rowdy Snowballers. Just as a bit of tempo. Let's just take the June. June is way better. Flopsy's cool. I wouldn't mind a Dragonfly Swarm, but I don't think I am going to end up splashing because I have so many cards in my main colors. Okay, so this pack has Hey Bye, Spirit of Balance, so we're going to have lots of random artifacts lying around, and this card's going to be absolutely huge. So I'm tempted to just take this. I don't think I need another Forecasting Fortune Teller. I would take these, but I don't think I need some ways to win the game. And this card would also be really good because I have all these clues lying around. So it's going to be really easy to cast this for pretty cheap. I think this has a higher chance of wheeling because it's harder to use. Hey Bye is pretty good, though. I think I wouldn't mind Lost Days either. But yeah, I think this card's going to be pretty good for me. It's too close with the River Spirit. Like, which one's better? Okay, so this lets me get a Lesson, Saga, or Shrine from the top 5. So I'm not playing the Shrines. I don't have any Sagas, but Lessons, how many do I have of those? 2 Lessons. So my Serpent's not even looking that good, honestly. I think I'll take the Canyon Crawler. Give myself a top-end threat that could potentially gain me back some life. Kyoshi Battle Fan's also pretty reasonable. Okay, now we will... Ooh, we're taking Deadly Precision. Much as I would like to get the Benevolent River Spirit, the Deadly Precision is going to be really key for facilitating the turns where I sacrifice 3 things. Like, because then with 5 mana, I can go like Deadly Precision, sacrifice 2 clues, get the job done. And this is a nice top-end card. I do have a couple of top-end cards already, though, like Serpent, Crawler, Zhao, Hey Bye, Waterbender even. So yeah, Deadly Precision is great for me. I think we might take Lost Days now. Gets another clue. It's another lesson for the Serpent of the Pass. We already have 1 Azula already. Always Lies. Aang's Journey. We don't have any shrines we want anyway. I don't think I really care about this card. If I was trying to splash, maybe, but no. Zhao is kind of a cool design, but more so for constructed, I think. But we'll just take Lost Days. So this comes into play and makes a clue, and then if we've drawn 2 or more cards, it gets +2/+0, but it's more of an aggressive card than a defensive card. It's between that and the Airship Engine Room. I think I'm just going to take the Engine Room, maybe. Splashing Jet's Brainwashing is something I'm interested in, maybe. I don't think this card's great. Okay, Waterman 6. Draw 2 cards. Oh, this is insane in my deck. Because I can actually Waterbend pretty effectively if I have a bunch of clues sitting around. Good card advantage spell. I wouldn't mind playing a Geyser Leaper either. But yeah, let's just take that. I don't really need the card advantage, but it just seems so good. Lost Days. I have enough creatures. Yeah, I have plenty of creatures. Cat Owl. Sure, we'll just take the random flyer. I don't think we ever want Diley Indoctrination. Oh yeah, we wield the Benevolent River Spirit. Perfect. There's also a Fortune Teller, but I think we'd rather get the Spirit. We might even get the other spirit to wheel, but I don't think that's as likely. Otter Penguin. Yeah, I'm glad we got the spirit. That's a card that I was pretty optimistic about hopefully getting back. I would have loved the Fortune Teller. Fortune Teller is really good for me as well. My deck makes a lot of clue tokens. So we have enough plays that we're not going to need to splash, I don't think. So we will play these lands, though, just to give us extra things. Actually, we don't need extra things to do in the late game. Having all my lands come into play untapped is going to be pretty important for me, I think, because I'm pretty mana intensive. I'm not going to play the Cat Owl. That card's just my worst card. I don't think I need the Flexible Waterbender. It's a 4-mana 2/5 in many cases, which I don't really need. I don't think I need Octopus Form. None of my stuff is that important to protect. My lesson count is at 4, but my non-creature spell count is pretty high. So casting this for cheap is still a realistic possibility. I don't think I need Ember Island production. I don't have tons of stuff that's great with it. It's really good with Hey Bye, and it's pretty reasonable with, like, Benevolent River Spirit. And, like, June is okay with it. Poxbearer is okay. Let's cut it for now. I don't think I need Canyon Crawler. And Merchant of Many Hats is pretty good. Azula Always Lies, not as necessary. Penguin, not as necessary. And then I think the Octopus Form might be okay. My creature count is at 15. The thing about the Octopus that I kind of like is that I can use it to, like, protect the creature that I'm going all in on with my Obsessive Pursuit. Because I'm going to need to gain some life. And that can be a pretty key card in that equation. This is like an expensive card. So I have a few expensive things. Zhao is going to be pretty good in this deck, I think. It also works well with Ty Lee. Wolfbat's going to be pretty reasonable here. I think it might be my worst card, though. Maybe I only want 1 Lost Days. So I have 5 interactive spells, really. I'm excited to see how Spirit Water Revival does. Because drawing 7 seems pretty good for the late game. Maybe I do ditch a Lost Days. I don't really love the Octopus Form, though. Let's just try ditching the Octopus Form for now. And seeing how this goes. I don't think I can ever cast this Serpent for very cheap. Maybe I'd rather just have that than that, yeah. Okay, we'll try it like that, I think. My creature count is still pretty reasonable. Yeah, 14 creatures. We're chilling. Okay, let's see how this deck does with the Obsessive Pursuit. And as we wait for round 1 to start, I want to take a brief moment to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you're enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft more accessible for everyone around the world with my guides, sheets, and videos, then Patreon is the way to help me do that and gain access to some cool bonuses like my card by card tier list and Format Thoughts document where I talk about big picture things about the format and my thoughts on the cards. Huge shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference, and I am deeply appreciative of all those folks helping make the NicolaiBolas channel happen. And yeah, anyway, let's get to the games. Our opening hand is not keepable, unfortunately. We don't have all of our colors. This hand is keepable, sadly. I mean, we don't want to go to 5. Hey Bye could be pretty good here. We'll keep this. Get rid of 1 Deadly Precision. Hey Bye could take over this game if they don't have a kill spell for it. That is not the one I was trying to click. I could even consider playing like 18 lands in this deck because I have so many ways to use my mana. I would have loved an island there. So they did nothing for the first 3 turns of the game. Interesting. Azula on the hunt. We will kill the Azula. And we'll keep our Pox Bearers around because it's a little bit of extra damage here. And then we'll sacrifice the Pox Bearers to the Heibai. And Heibai plus Octopus form is going to be our ticket to victory. Oh, I am really hoping we draw a land, because if we can Octopus form their first kill spell on Heibai, I'm glad we kept this guy around too, to just hit a little bit of extra hard. They discarded Otter Penguin. Interesting. And this will give us like a nice threat. If they kill the Heibai, we put the counters onto the Pox Bearer. Oh. Unfortunate. This game's going to be a loss because we didn't draw the island. If we had drawn the island, imagine, we would have been able to protect our guy and then put the second from the top and attack them and absolutely go kind of like Super Saiyan mode. So if we hit them down to 9, then we can kill them next turn. Because we can activate, make this a 3-1 with flying, untap it, make the other one a 3-1 with flying. Oh, but they are going to thwart that plan by gaining 3 life, maybe. Oh, that's really good for me. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's super bad. Yeah, that's not good for me at all. Okay. Depending on how this goes, I might be able to win this. So if they tap out for this carry-on guy, I win. Iguana, no! Oh, they tapped out for another guy. Oh, no, they can still sack the food. Unfortunate. Okay. So that means I do need to sack my clue to look for something. That won't do it, I don't think. Oh, man. I got so unlucky with the lands I was drawing here. Huh. Interesting. Play this, sacrifice the Poxbearers. I'm still alive, though. Wait a second. Yeah, I think I would use this next turn. Oh. So it still counts as dying. Okay, perfect. Can't be blocked. If I've drawn 2 or more cards in my turn. Yep. I'm definitely in shape where I could win this. Okay. Oh, it's Giant Koi. Oh, that's really, 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 really bad for me. So now I have to find a kill spell for that? Or somehow win this next turn. So it's only unblockable if I've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. I wonder if I was supposed to just let the thing hit me down to 1. Because I could go make this a 3-1. I basically just need to find a kill spell for that. Gosh, I'm so close to just being able to win here. I think I have to draw the card. I could put them to 6. I can't draw enough cards to then do that as well, though. To make this unblockable. Like, I could hit them for like 6 damage, roughly. Pirate Peddlers. Okay. Oh, Lost Days. That keeps me in it. If I put it there, I can then attack them for 2. But then they can immediately redraw it. If there's a land on top. I think I have to get some extra chip damage in here. So they go to 6 now. Gosh, this has been a crazy game. Oh, no, what's this do? Can't block or be blocked by non-spirits. Not a spirit, not a spirit, not a spirit. But I can't block it either. This costs 6. Okay, so they're going to replay it. Okay. So I think I win now. Boom, we got there. Boom. What a game. Oh my gosh. Avatar has some awesome gameplay. Like, this gameplay has been so good across my drafts. Wow, what a win. Oh man, that was so cool. I was a little bit nervous about it potentially not knowing which clue was which, and then being forced to make the decision on which one I was going to animate with the second one, but I was pretty sure it goes left to right. So that was some seriously awesome stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this is another good hand. Oh man, that was so cool. We had that really close turn where we had to find an answer to the koi. Okay, this thing or this thing? We're gonna sack one to Heibai. Let's play this first. Perfect. I'm glad I played the one that it was slightly worse. Oh, I don't know if I said this. I'm going to play 5 rounds with this deck, just so I can get a sense of everything. I don't actually have the ability to make this work, but I'm still just going to cast it. I'm going to cast this, actually. I don't have any non-creatures for this anyway. If they have a kill spell, I'd rather they use it on this. They have all their mana up. Okay, they kept it on top. Aang, that's a good card. I've been airbended. Okay. If once I get my Heibai going, I'll be pretty happy. Red mana, okay. So maybe they have the Sokka card. Okay, they hit me for 3. They didn't have a lesson to play. Oh, the Mechanist is so good. Oh, they bounce Aang to their hand. So they can draw a card and get a clue. Okay. That's interesting. Pretty negative tempo, honestly. I need to get my stuff going, so. Beautiful. So this is going to help me really put a lot of pressure on them. This thing's going to get a lot of card advantage. I have my own, and I also have Heibai coming down soon. But this way I hit my land drop. I've got my threat growing. Wow, Mechanist is looking real good here. Wow, they're using it aggressively. Oh, interesting. Well, Go to combat. I wonder if they just have like a board sweeper or something. I also wonder if playing Hey Bye is the correct call here. Let's just play my Mechanist out, and then the Fortune Teller. Because there is the white board wipe in this set that like kills creatures that are too sizable. Yeah, and I was thinking they would do that in response to my Hey Bye, so I couldn't just sack that guy for free. Okay, so they Watery Grasp my guy. They might even shuffle him away, honestly. Interesting. Okay, so they can shuffle him away. This card's looking quite good, Watery Grasp. In this situation, especially with the Mechanist. I don't think I can beat them on a card advantage thing anymore. They got this guy down and I didn't have good removal for it. And now I'm just kind of in a bad spot. Because they've had such cheap removal too, especially with the clues. It's such good synergy. And they're gaining a lot of life. Oh, this is going to be tough. Oh, man. That's the difference between cheap removal and not having cheap removal. If I'd had a Heartless Act to kill this thing, I would have won this game pretty easily, I think. But as it stands, I'm just going to get absolutely obliterated. This card is messed up. I think this game is probably over. I wonder what they're splashing red for. Oh, maybe I was just supposed to play my own Mechanist on turn 3, but I didn't have any non-creature spells anyway. Okay, I go to 2 here. That's a good attack. Yeah, not great. Yeah, this game's super over. Okay, moving on to the next game. Mechanist just took me down there. I couldn't do anything about him, really. I didn't have any kill spells. I could have put it second from the top, but then they just crack one of the clues he made, play him again the next turn. Still, pretty interesting game. I mean, you have to have cheap removal in this format. Mechanist dies to so many cards. That's why I was cautious playing my own copy out. But But like once they had their Mechanist rolling, it turned their removal spells into like really cheap shuffle away effects because they just had all of the clues sitting around to mess me up. But yeah, let's just hope we're a little bit better this time. Okay, yeah, we have these deadly precisions that would have been great. We're going to see how good Obsessive Pursuit is this game because we're going to get it down on turn 2. Oh, it does it when it enters, too. I only thought it was when it on your upkeep. Okay. Blue-black versus blue-black. Okay. So I'm getting to the spot where I'll be able to go sack, sack, deadly precision, the third one, kill something, put 3 counters, gain 5 life. This card's messed up, I'm thinking, as I'm playing with it. Fire Nation Drill. Okay. Yep. I figure they'll trade. This card's really strong as well, Fire Nation Drill. Not that hard to crew. Hits like a truck. Good enters effect. I always hope that they tap out for like a giant creature. Okay. Sure. So I can turn this into a 4/4 and give it lifelink. Go up to 13. I think I have to affect the board state. Now it's 13 all. I have a 4/4. They can't crew this unless they play another creature, which they do. Oh no. This is bad. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell, because that would get me good. Okay. Sure. I think I live with just enough health here unless they top deck something great. So they get their 1/1. They kill my hay bow or my pirate peddlers. Probably my hay bow. What? Why would they? Oh, there's a spirit, so they can chump block it. That's funny. Oh, so it does work. So it would. I gain 11 here. I'm going to play June because June's not that hard to give unblockable to. If they draw like a massive card draw spell into something, I could lose this still. But I'm feeling pretty good. Guana Parrot, sure. Remember, I'm not going to have lifelink next turn. Actually, I can play Merchant, sack it. Sack the clue. Sacrificed permanents. This can gain unblockable too. Put its counters on target creature you control, so yeah. So they're dead, right? So this is 2 plus 8 is 10. Plus sacking 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to sack 1, 2, 3 more. So it's going to be 4. So it's going to go up to 6 plus 8. So they're dead. And if they're not dead, then I mess this up royally. What a game. Obsessive Pursuit is so good. Oh my gosh. I think they messed up by killing whatever creature wasn't the Haybow. They killed my Death Touch guy or something instead of Haybow, and Haybow just like turned into like an 11/11 lifelinker. Oh my gosh, that was so satisfying. What a win! I wonder what that achievement was. But yeah, nice. 2 wins. We have 2 rounds to go. Our deck is sweet. Our morale is high. But yeah, that was really, really cool. Oh, baby, we got the Obsessive Pursuit. Here we go. Oh, we have the Knowledge Seeker, too, that's going to be growing. Zhao, which just lets us sack the tokens. Oh, buff our whole team. Oh, this is so good. I'd love to be on the play, obviously, but I'm pretty pleased with the way this is looking. Nice. 4th land is huge. It lets me make my plans that much better. I don't know if I like being against white-black. The white-black is probably better than white-red. I spoke too soon. Oh, this is so bad for me. I'm gonna play the Poxbearers first. This card's nuts. What the heck? First strike? Why does it have to have first strike? Yeah. Oh, they're playing defensive mode? Oh, that's huge for me. Hmm. Actually, I'm going to kill the May. They really want to get this thing going. And this thing's going to lose me. Like, losing 3 life from this and then 1 every turn, and then every time I try to cast a removal spell, I lose more life is just too brutal. Next turn, I can go Knowledge Seeker, draw a card. Or I can go Zhao. I might just go Zhao, depending on what they do. Because that's going to make my whole team pretty scary. Depends if they play something I need an answer to. They might have a kill spell here. Energy Bending, that's cool. There's some cool combos you can do with Energy Bending. They're playing blue. They're playing a lot of colors. Oh, are they going for a Shrines deck? No, they didn't kick it. White, blue, black, red. They have every color except green. I will say, if I had known they were playing the island, I might not have killed their May. Because they seem like a more controlling deck. So now that they have this thing, which is a very clean answer to Zhao. Sack this so that I can get a counter on this guy as well. Yeah, this is going real well. This card's really good with this card. Yep. Okay, Zhao is down. Oh, they are playing green. Oh, that's going to be good. I don't really want to kill the Katara right now. But if they have like a problematic ally, I want to hold up the mana. I just want to avoid losing to some crazy bomb that I can avoid. Sure. I'm not really afraid of something they can do for 3 mana. Hey Bow will be my rebuild card. I guess, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm in pretty good shape to win this game. Oh yeah, that's what you like to see them starting off with. Don't think they have any answers now. Obsessive Pursuit, pretty excellent. Just in case, you never know what they could have. There's like, yeah, just gotta do everything you can. Okay, nice little win there. We have 1 round to go. We've already locked in a winning record. Let's just hope we have a nice, satisfying final round. I think it's safe to say that the Obsessive Pursuit card is pretty nutso. That card is crazy. Also, the mechanic is pretty awesome. We just have so much clue generation. We haven't done any crazy stuff with the clues, like the reset our hand, draw 7. I think that card, honestly, is probably unnecessary in our deck. Because it's only good in the situations where we already have the Obsessive Pursuit going. Oh my gosh. Oh, this game just feels over already. Just get this going. Then we'll play this, then we'll play the Hey Bye. We want to have a creature in play when we have Hey Bye going because looking for a land. No land. Okay. That's a little rough. I could have attacked to get a counter on this. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, that would have been way better. I could lose this game because I missed my land drop. There's a land. I don't like my chances right now, honestly. Land. Beautiful. Okay. Your time to shine, June. I think I'm dead, though. I can tap this down. Jump here. Eat there. Jump here. Yeah, if this was a 2-4, I would actually be able to win this. Huge blunder. Okay, I keep drawing lands, which is good. So I can play this for 2 mana. Waterbend all those things. Sack Ty Lee, sack Hey Bye. No, sack Ty Lee. Sack Hey Bye, sack a clue. Or I could just sack 3 clues. Because I have to sack Hey Bye in 2 clues, maybe. I need to get 3 sacks, though, so I can gain the life. But I'm only getting 2 counters. Yeah, this is unfortunate. We'll see if we scry something crazy to the top. There's the lands I needed. I think I needed to draw the exactly... Yeah, I'm super dead. I'm going to play one more game. This was not a good one to end on. Oh, man, if I hadn't missed my land drop, I think I would have won that pretty easily. I've got to be honest. And if I had the extra thing on my 1-3, that could have been a real factor as well. So I could have blocked the Kyoshi Warriors, been a little higher life total. But missing a land drop is so tough in those situations when you're just like, I have all the stuff in the world. Oh, man. So yeah, let's try to get a better round for the final one. But if we lose 2 in a row to end it, maybe the deck isn't that good. Who knows? Okay, this hand seems pretty good. We're on the draw, so we can keep this with our Pox Bearer. We have our June. We just want to draw lands. I feel like we always want to draw lands. Like we've never been flooded out pretty much because of our obsessive hunting. Hey Bye's been pretty good. This costs 7, kind of, but we have 1 mana here for it. Get our Death Touch on. I would love to draw a swamp this turn. It would be the perfect draw. Sokka, no! Beautiful. We're off to the races. So I have a sneaking suspicion of what they have. I think they have Lost Days as well. Well, Tylee's awesome and Merchant's awesome. Do I really need a land here? Not really. I think I'd rather draw Merchant first, so I can go Merchant that June. I think they're going to Lost Days me here, but I get a counter on this thing. And I can put all the counters onto the River Spirit to make a giant flyer. Oh no. Well, this is bad. Maybe I will lose this pretty badly, honestly. Shucks. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. They mill themselves. Makes sense, makes sense. They have +2/+0 over the whole team. I guess I should assume they have +2/+0 for the whole team. So this would be 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, I can't win if they have +2/+0 for the whole team. Whoa. So they have plenty of blockers. So I can put 4 counters onto this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I guess I needed to keep my Tai Chi on top. So I can actually block most of their stuff here. I counted my colors wrong too. Vigilance, yeah, okay, that guy's gotta die. Two, 4, 5. I can block this guy and take 1, 2. Gosh, I counted my colors wrong. There's no reason to get the Merchant. If they'd milled me with Master Paku, it would have worked out. This is a very intense game. Maybe I should have blocked that guy. Oh my gosh, they milled another Fire Nation attacks? That's absurd. Okay, so this can pump itself 4 times, but they won't do that. And I take 4 here. 4, 8, 9. But they could, yeah, they could. I have to block this guy. Okay. Maybe I should have blocked Master Paku. Instead of this thing. That would have made some amount of sense. Because they're obviously casting that thing. Yeah. Oh man, that was an agonizing way to lose. I choked it. I miscounted my black mana. And then, so I should have had Ty Lee and just ditched the Merchant of Many Hats. So I should have drawn Ty Lee and just gone Ty Lee. Though I guess I couldn't have then played the kill spell for their flyer, so I kind of needed the other guy. But, oh man, I should have just blocked Paku. And then I would have lived at 1. What am I even doing on this turn? I untap, draw Ty Lee, play June. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it would have been at 1 if I'd blocked this guy with the high bow instead. So, do that. Block here, there. So my blocking was just terrible, but I could have blocked here and then done the same things. And then so I would have been at 1 if they'd gone for that thing, which they might not have. They would have probably sacked Clue. So it would have been at 2. They would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Because remember, I blocked a 2/2 randomly for no reason. I think it's because this looked like it had 1 power at the time, but obviously they were going to cast this, which is going to bring it to 2 power. And kind of shutting down their firebending is kind of helpful, but not really, because they already had enough mana to cast these again. But yeah, then the next turn I play this, tap down their Sokka or whatever. Play June, so I have 1, 2, 3, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of 6, 7. It's going to be close. I might have been able to win that. That was a tough one. Ugh. I feel like I messed up a block earlier in the game. Maybe the 2/3 flyer wasn't a huge deal. I could have blocked something else instead. But still, pretty reasonable deck. We played some crazy games. I hope you enjoyed it. We won pretty much every game we played Obsessive Pursuit, so that card was awesome. If you made it to the end of the video, leave #Pursuit in the comments section down below. That's thanks again to Wizards for the free preview account so I could get this recorded for you early. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.